Chapter 3. Finding a Friend. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rolo get up to yesterday? Oh, nothing interesting. Hello? Calm down. No, of course it was the right thing to do. Start gathering folks. I'll be right there. Are you sure there isn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Did someone find out they were at the evil factory? Anything I want to tell you? Not really. We just sort of ran around a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed.
Oh, you done got caught, bro.
She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
I have to go take care of something. You're to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstance are you to leave. What? I am not back by dinner. There's stew in the icebox. But nothing. You are to stay here. Understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here till you get back. Good. We're leaving. That was strange. Alright, so... I like that makes a fridge noise when you open it. It's a nice attention to detail. We got murked in a past,
a faint electronic sound floated in the air.
Oh, is that coming from upstairs? Is Rolo here? Is it our walkie-talkies? Is it the walkie-talkies? I gotta explore. Make sure there's no charms. There's nothing out here. Okay. Rolo! Bust me out of here, buddy! I've been kinda grounded. Hello? Is anyone there? It's probably the walkie-talkie. Yeah! Hello? Rolo, is that you? Over? Strange. I
Luka
don't like
glanced
that.
at the now silent walkie-talkie. He wasn't sure what to think.
Now there's someone knocking? What is it? Okay, everything is suspicious now. Now that we know there are bad ends, lots of bad ends, we must be weary of everything. Oh, hey, Roxy. Is this about me accidentally kicking you yesterday? Is Rolo here? No. Look at me, Luka. This is serious. Is Rolo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rolo didn't come home last night. Oh, shite! What?
A pit formed in Luka's stomach.
Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Weepwood, and then it was late and we went home. Weepwood. If he's alive, I am going to kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he said?
Luka's mouth felt dry.
No, we were just messing around. Okay. We need to go let people know to check the woods. You just stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something.
Luka could feel his heart beating in his throat.
Rolo. Where are you? Check the library for Rolo. We're going out to save our friend. Screw the rules. We gotta go. Check the library. Why would he be at the library? You'd think someone would have checked there by now. Old Pickler's gone. Hey. Hey, Bert. Have you seen Rolo? Nope. I've mostly been clocking the clipboards. Why are you talking the clipboards? They're setting up lots of stuff for the festival. This one said he had to process some answers. I told him that was fine. Wait, are there... I'll wait here, right here until he gets back. Oh, is it that guy? Are you asking questions? Noise. Hey. Howdy, Luka. Hello again, Pete. I'm not Pete, you silly goose. It's Toby. Could have fooled me. Oh no. Well, hey, it's no problemo. I don't like the implications of this. The important thing is, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I'm getting that impression. We're all part of something special, Luka. It all starts right here in Beacon Mines. I got
Toby
it.
looked up from the clipboard excitedly.
That's right. So how about you start by telling me? Look, no offense, but I've got my own stuff to take care of. Aw, joker. We're all part of this together. You'll let us know when you're free to answer a few questions. I don't like the implications of that. Really need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. Roxy said she will be here, then she will be here. It's just don't see why I'm standing around, doing nothing, and waiting for Roxy. I could be standing around, doing nothing, and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi, Roxy needs our help. Yeah, well, good intentions don't qualify as legal tender. My parents wouldn't listen. No offense, but isn't Rolo always getting in trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't. So I guess it's up to us to check Weepwood. Our shift doesn't end for another couple of hours. We could spend the time making posters. That would be great. I guess. Right, Fitz and I will check Weepwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Weepwood. Let's swing by my house and grab it before we head out. Okay. What's this about a missing child? I must stress that the situation is completely under control. This all seems so terrible. And you're sure there's nothing we can do to help? Nonsense, young Mr. Cotter will turn up safe and sound, I am certain. You just focus on settling in. Trust my sister has supplied you with a suitable lodging. Oh yes, Miss Valentine has been more than accommodating. We were just telling our daughter Beck that... Now where did she run off to? His eyes went wide in disbelief. What do you mean vanished? That's impossible. Oh my. He doesn't even see the danger, he said. Hey Luka, what's up? You haven't seen Rolo around recently, have you? He doesn't come around here much. And since he made a rule that he can only order decaf. Last Chance Diner. History Museum. Hey, son. History Museum. It's laughable, really. Did you happen to see Rolo in there? No, just a shadow of a family. Clinging on to a town, clinging on to the past. Playing. Feel free to check for yourself, but don't expect you to have your mind blown. Hey, Griffin. Has Rolo been by? Haven't seen him all day. I'm sure he'll show up safe and sound. And when he does, tell him there's a strawberry chocolate double soup waiting for him on the house. He'll like that. Sharper Valentine, celebration of excellence.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Sharper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company Remembrance Fund.
What is the foul harvest? That was unhelpful. I didn't get a charm from it. I smacked the watermelon. Defiance. Up at Dawn Newsstand. Hey, Dawn. Yawn. Oh, it's a cute little bit!
Is it true about Rolo?
Yeah, I didn't come home last night.
I wonder if it's connected.
Connected to what?
I was checking in on reports about increased activity around town.
What sort of activity?
Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, strange lights. Typical shady stuff.
Who would be doing all that and why?
Well, I have a few leads. The Valentine family is always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has the resources.
Do you have any idea where Rolo could be?
Best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where did you see him last?
Weaver and Weepwood. Right by Valentine's Fertilizer.
I'll check out Weepwood when my shift ends. I do my best work at night.
Aww. It's adorable. Guess Mrs. Fratelli is getting ready for the festival.
A bit much, if you ask me.
The Lebrar! Oh, it's a Pengos!
There were rarely any actual new additions. Simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Not fooling anyone.
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Kato.
Kato was lost in his reading. Luka crooked his neck to see the title, Introduction to Melitology.
Oh, hey, Luka. You snuck up on me. Good book? No, just started
He
it.
gestured to the shelves.
I'm really running out of books I haven't read yet. So now it's on to the wonderful world of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. For instance, did you know that around 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? But if there are two queens in a hive, they will fight to the death for supremacy? Fight. That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rolo around recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. Hey, Jesse. Oh, hey, Luka. Did Rolo come by? That's probably Jace. No? I was actually surprised. Usually you hear early on days when a new issue drops. Rolo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me you know where. I don't know where. Oh, no. He knows where. Oh. Roger that, Space Cadet.
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read: Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis.
Boring.
Mycological Phosphorescence.
More like complete loss of interest.
The entire top level of the library was devoted to comics, most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser revered spin-offs.
Huh. Interesting. So I'm guessing we're going to the treehouse.
Oh, the cobs I've eaten. A salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous.
Yuck.
Sally Seashore's simple succulent sundries. Luka brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible.
Aha! Succulent. Nice.
A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu, one of the greatest acting minds of our time, by Patrick C. Montesquieu.
Oof. Nerd was the achievement, is to poke around the library. Okay. What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No. What's your name? Luka Van Horn. You new here? Yep, not by choice.
Beck's family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way.
I'm looking for my friend Rolo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing? I guess so. Like, missing? Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Luka shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Well, that sucks. Yeah. So, I should probably get going. Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. What? So says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Yeah, well, technically it landed on heads. Leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, it's kind of like me and Rolo. I guess Rolo is my unlucky penny. It tells that a person should never be without their unlucky penny. Go find him. Name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Gotta keep up. Yeah! We got a party member. Nice. Wait, didn't Lucas say yuck to vegetables and he's a freaking deer?
The phone booth was brand new, part of Perennial Harvest's Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. It didn't see much use.
Yeah, I checked that last time. Hey! Joey, have you seen Rolo around? No. Sorry, Luka. I've had my eyes in the dirt looking for beetles. Can't seem to find any. He never came home last night. I think it's because it's been colder than normal. Don't see why that would have anything to do with Rolo. No, the beetles! You think the temperature confused her circadian rhythm or something? Who's to say? I'm no beetologist. Just keep out an eye out for him, would ya? Of course. Okay, why are there...
Luka peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
Where are the bugs going? That's strange. Why are there no bugs? That's not right. That's
After
weird.
the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
Like, the foul harvest doesn't seem to have affected or been the thing for the bugs. That seems like a recent development.
The Valentine mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
I'm looking for charms. Nothing here. Yet. Yeah. Was the foul harvest like, did they do something to their fertilizer that jacked up, like, all the grounds? Because that would make sense. Oh, whoa, it's boarded up now. Dang, they boarded up the way in. It's not electrified anymore. There's goop.
Luka felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what that stuff is. Well, the next obvious step is science. What does science suggest? Poke it with a stick.
Luka watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood. First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
What the? Cool. What?
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Okay. So the science tells us this skunk is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Hey, Tis, look what the cat dragged in. Oh, something bad's gonna happen. Yup. I don't have time for this right now, Iggy. Ah, don't say things like that. Hurts Tish's feelings. Is that right, Tish? Yep. She looks fine to me. Why, hello. I don't think we have been properly introduced. His name is my compatriot, Tish. Yep. You've probably heard of us. Can't say I have. I'll forgive you just this once on account of you being new around here. Why would you hang out with this dud? Oh, he seems pretty alright. Iggy, why do you have to be so... you? Has he even told you that his parents skipped out on him? Shut up. It's true. They got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him. Iggy, I'm only gonna say this one time. Don't talk about my family. Well, look who's grown a backbone now that girls around. First his pops croaked, and his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced.
Iggy took a step towards Luka, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luka's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought.
Well, time to bust out the... strange. Be weird.
Well, time to bust out the strange.
Alright, Luka, looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend.
Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk. Yep. Stop being a weirdo. Hello? Are you some kind of wackadoo? makes sense. Wackadoos travel in packs. It
At the
did.
sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luka snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luka launched himself into his stomach.
Arrgh! Oh, he's gonna fall on the
Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
I knew this was gonna happen. You jerk, my clothes are ruined.
Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
Oh, he's freaking dead. Struggle. Oh, I was glad I did that. It feels so good. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm sorry, I just... Oh, shit! Yeah? Oh, that kid's dead! That kid's dead! That was intense. He's gonna be okay, right? No! Nothing about this seems
The
okay.
person at the warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to find Rollo. He took the words out of my mouth. Holy crap! Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We were just helping look for Rollo. I have heard the good news. Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So where was he? It's funny, really. He just got a little turned around in the woods. That's not good. They can be disorienting, you know. I'm starting to get that impression. Willow's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Wow, that's a relief. You two should carry along before you get lost yourselves. Yeah, come on, Beck. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Luka, your grandmother was looking for you. She was? She was worried sick. You should march straight home. I guess. Beck, your folks might be getting worried too. I'll walk you home. And you talk with Nellie about work anyway.
Beck glanced toward Luka.
I guess all's well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo's tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay. He's not okay.
Rollo was safe.
He's not safe.
A wave of relief washed over Luka, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luka took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran? I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? Is she in the garden? Gran? I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rollo. Gran? Roxy came over. She was worried about him, so I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. Turns out Rollo is safe and sound.
Luka was alone. The house was empty.
Gran's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess.
Luka was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?" "Sure thing, Dad." Luka hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. We're fishing with bees? Luka's father gave a warm chuckle.
Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one.
Luka closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work.
Interesting choice.
With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple.
The wrong choice, but I respect it.
The pond began to freeze over.
Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right.
Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luka scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold.
Dad, I don't understand. Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal.
The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father.
Dad, look out!
His father casually wound the reel.
None of it's your fault, you know. Never was.
Dad, we have to go! Luka grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away.
Please, you have to run!
The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands.
That's the thing about fishing, Luka.
His chest began to crystallize.
You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out.
A shock of searing cold ran up Luka's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luka tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet.
Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean?
The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply.